of the National Football League on EA Sports. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Someone's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding this wave of winning football. But on the other sideline, you've got a hungry, hot road team that's looking in saying, all right, if you don't take us serious today, we're going to try to extend.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw yet again. Quickly to the outside and complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, He left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. They'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
The visitors' offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. Here's 2nd and 6. Now, faking the give. That'll be intercepted. And this defense comes through with the turnover.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is intercepted. And the visitors will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is intercepted. And his defense will take over here. following the interception.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go. Go.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
That's into the hands of the fullback. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here's the punter now. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. He'll stay on the ground. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted. And he's out of bounds on what will wind up being the final act of this opening quarter. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. 3-0 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in for the touchdown. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is Turner. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Drive will start on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Man in motion is Smith. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw, and he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
At the 24-yard line.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 36-yard line.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. On the zone read, here's Johnson. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
He'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring...
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. His kick is good. And his guys go out to a 10-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now a give on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now they'll set up to throw. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Quickly to the outside and complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. This team's offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll come up here first and 10. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They'll look to throw again. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
Personal
and the
foul.
visitors
Roughing the
cut
kicker.
the lead to 4.
Defense.
It's 10-6.
That penalty is declined.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline, and that is hauled in on the right sideline, right inside the chalk. A heck of a catch.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. The visitors hot to begin the year as they run their record now to 3-0. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. The Broncos continue their winning ways. They are 3-0 now to start the new year. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Jaden Daniels leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
On the give, it's Johnson. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there, and that will be a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Back-to-back, gains of 10 yards, and back-to-back first downs. He'll drop to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Back to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Sending a receiver right. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
A gain of 2 brings up third and 9.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He is in. Touchdown. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is Turner. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. Slot man in motion right. Now a run on first down. And a short pickup to about the 30. Second down and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a third down and 4. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. The tight end going in motion to the left. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. A gain there of 11. That's enough for a 1st down.
We've seen 3rd down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A give left side here for Johnson. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Here's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? They'll try to get this one on the ground. A pickup there of 13. And that will be a first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a
and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. One of the tight ends in motion right. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Whoa.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Up the middle they go. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. He'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Thrown left side. The catch is made. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And now here comes the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free, and that is going to be a safety. The dangers of throwing when you are backed up quarterback trying to keep it alive and make a play. Instead, they bring him down, and it'll cost them 2 points.
I understand what the quarterback's trying to do here, Mike. He's trying to keep the play alive and buy some time for his receivers to work to get open. But backed up this close to his end zone, he's got to get rid of that ball because, as we just saw, the defense took him down for 2 points.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's going to air this one out.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They bring a tight end in motion left. To the ground, a 1st down run. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. So right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stick with him again. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will get into the end zone. Has a touchdown. And another score puts them in great shape here in the 4th quarter. Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0. And barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, they're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. Can't ask for a much better start, and this is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in
trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is Turner. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down. They'll look to throw. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night, everybody.